Hey guys, Nick here from Velocity Trading, and this video today is to be a recap of today's trade on RKDA, and I'm showing you guys, how I made $5,000 today, trading RKDA. So I want to get into my process and how I broke down RKDA and how I deemed it as a good long. So first, let me start back on Friday when this thing started running on this day here. So, first thing I do is, I pull up the stock, I check out the statistics. Now, RKDA, you see here, we have a 3 million in float stock, so pretty low float, not super low, but, definitely a low float there, a low float. I would say anything under, 3 million is a low float, anything under 1 million is a micro float, and I would say, anything under 10 million is a relatively low float. So 3 million kind of falls into that relatively low float range. You can see here we have a 33% insider ownership, so it's pretty high there. Anything over 30%, I do like for insiders. Same thing with institutionals. Anything over 30% is pretty big. So the higher the better there for a long. And you can see here we had some news. We had USDA approval of tolerant soybeans. So we do have a USDA approval there. So it's pretty strong news for RKDA. After that, check out the filings. Not gonna go through the whole thing for the filings. As you guys know, it's not my strong suit. I have other traders who help around in chat with the filings. But I did have some warrants at 490s and I think around the 613. So we had overhead warrants. So usually, you could have an agenda here you got to push up to exercise those warrants. Also, we did have a delisting notice. So you may have some sort of agenda, some company thing going on there that they may want to try to push your stock on up. So I don't want to dive into that stuff, guys. It's not my strong suit. Fundamentals. I'm working to improve myself. In that field. But we have other traders who help us out, and did have some traders telling me that they may try to push this. To have a have a higher close, so it does fall to the bullish side. All right. So after we check out the news, the statistics, and the fundamentals, next we head over to the chart. So I'll always look at the 6-month chart, the daily chart. And you can see here we had a gap to fill to 460. So we had a 460 gap, and you can see we did fill that on Friday. And we did have a gap up overnight. So after I go through that, I'll look for possible long entries. So am I on Friday? No, let me go to Friday. So Friday, what I always look for is a trap short to get long. And now, putting my mindset back on Friday, I did. I don't have I don't know if I saved my chart, but I'll just tell you guys what I did. So Friday, I I did actually have a few shorts on it before volume confirmed. For pre-market, for a $2 stock, 40, 50K bars, meets my volume requirement for longing. But at first, we were doing pretty crappy volume. We weren't doing that good. We were doing like 10, 20K bars, and just the whole market, the overall market sentiment was short everything. Everything's been fading. So I did, I started a little short here, at $3, and I cut it. Had one more short here, and then I took some profits there. I pretty much broke even on the short. And then once we started doing 40, 50K bars, immediately my bias switched, and I took some long here, off dips, off the 72.89 EMA line. So I took some long there at $3, sold some, 340s, and I broke even on the rest. Wanted to hold some for a bigger move, bigger picture move. Out of the gate, I did stop out on the rest, and we came back down after this stuff move. Not gonna lie, guys, if you guys watched the stream, after this stuff move here, I was like, oh, another one of those faders. Even though I did have the bullish sentiment on it, I was just so accustomed to seeing every day in this market these stocks fade. So after I had that stuff move, I kind of subbed on. I'm not gonna lie, guys, and then started coming back. The big bidders were still there, which were there all day yesterday and all day today. Came back, bounced off 270. You could see volume started, creep on in. Came up to 3, and boom, every short got screwed there, got trapped, and it halted on huge volume. You can see the volume we did here was 846K, which is huge. And then after the halt, we did 1.6 million, which is insane for a $3 stock. So huge volume there. Very big volume bar there. Tons of shorts got trapped and squeezed. So after that, I was waiting for a another short trap dip to get long. So it did its thing here, did its thing here. Started holding, and then boom. Once we got this this wash here, I started long here. I saw some bid propping on the tape there. Saw it was holding, it was consolidating nicely here. So I started longing some 390s. Picking up some 390s. Risking off this this double bottom here, off this 370 mark. So I was risking 20 cents. Was long 390. Had a little crack here. Didn't hit my stop. Came very close. Came back up. Reclaimed the 72.89. Reclaimed 4. Started adding some more, and boom, we got this nice move on up. Selling 460s, 470s. Wanted 5, I remember, on Friday, but didn't get it. I think we did get it after hours, but I think I had to head out somewhere, so I think I sold the rest here. But that was my trade on RKDA. I had that pre-market long, pre-market short, and then I long some here 390s. After seeing the short trap, want to see the price action kind of crack first. Get all the weak hands out. Start fueling some more shorts up for another push. And that's why I got long there at 390s. Risking at 370 mark. And that was Friday's trade. So now coming into Monday for RKDA, didn't really have a plan yet until pre-market. I don't have to see if this have a gap or a gap down. I'm going to dump it to turn SSR on and squeeze up like an ELTK did on day 2. But nope, gapped it up. All the shorts who swung were stuck. And you can see in pre-market, hit some new highs there. He hit 642 in pre-market, so nice gap up. Came back down. I do have my chart, so yeah, I have my chart from today. So I'll show you my entries and exits from today. So pre-market, long some around 8 a.m. Took some long, sold into pops and sold the rest there, and then the rest I waited at open. You can see I loaded here. After right around this 10 o'clock mark. Pretty much the same action. We're seeing, every time it came down to $6, soaked. Started loading. Took some off there, 650s, 660s, and then I had some exits all the way up there, like 715, 720. So it was a monster play today. I made 5K on it, and I'll show you guys my trader view. So you guys made $5,000 today on RKDA. A huge winner for me on RKDA. So my game plan was kind of similar, to it was on Monday. Guys, I love longing these short traps. I don't like buying the breakout, buying up here. It's just not my style, guys. I like longing short traps. That's my style. That's where I find the most success. So once I deem a stock bullish, I came up with my thesis, and after that, I looked at the long dips, long short traps. So see right out of the open, I had this washout. Very quick though, I was interested in this washout here, but it was very, very quick. Get to be in and out. He came down here to this 570 mark, and boom, straight up 670s. You almost made $1 there if you got it on that washout long. Came back down, def dropping. I definitely, guys, go watch the stream from today. It was very educational stream, very good stream. I really liked it. And you guys could just watch the tape too and study it. I may even put together like my live trade and repost that. I don't know if you guys would like that. Could do something like that. But right after we got this def chop, I'm a little cautious after the def chop. It does scare me a bit. I don't like longer after a def drop, but you could see, just playing a bunch of games here, this dropped so hard and it just shot back up like a cannon, broke new highs, and then dump back down, and this. Once we broke view up this time, I was looking for a long entry, $6 here, but like I said, the def drop scared me, so I waited for it to come back on down, cracked view up, cracked the 72.89, and it started accumulating here, and you can see each drop $6 soaked, $6 soaked, $6 soaked, and you guys watch the stream, you can see there's a big buyer, big bidder just soaking up, buying every pullback, propping this up, a lot of manipulation here. And I started longing all my longs here. You guys showed you my chart. So I longed all of it in here. And started selling into the pops. You got this nice, breakout over view up. Got this push, and I was just locking in. I think my highest sell target was like 720. I think the high day was 735. So pretty much, almost top ticked it on the exit on the long. And you could see, volume requirements still met. You could see we're doing, what was the highest bar? 832K bars. You can see very, very high volume. I love, love, love longing stocks, guys, at high volume. Love to, guys. I don't like longing stocks with, weak volume. Doesn't show strength. And, I just don't like longing stocks that have weak baseline volume. I love seeing strong volume. Shows me there's big buyers, there's big players present. And, that gives me confidence that, we could have a possible move higher if, the chart sets up, the volume's there, the tape confirms, good news, all that good stuff. I like the long. So that's pretty much my play on RKDA here. So, sick overall play. Great to see. This market heat back up. It's the first runner we had in so long. I can't even tell you guys. It's the last runner. I remember, especially at day 2. I can't even remember when we saw the last day 2, guys. So this gets me fired up. The past 2 days made over $8,000. So great trading for me these past 2 days, and I want to keep this hot streak rolling. Hopefully we have some more big runners on our hands this week. It's only Monday, so definitely excited to see what's in store tomorrow. We'll see what RKDA does tomorrow. Tomorrow will be day 3, so day 3 gets a little dicey. So kind of play it by ear. We'll make a pre-market game plan like we do every day, and go for there. And I think that's gonna be it for this recap. So if you guys don't know, I do live stream. I live stream my trading every morning. We start the streams around 8:40. We go to around 11 a.m. And we have a Discord chat. Links going to be down below in the description. So definitely check out our Discord chat, guys. Totally 100% free. You have tons of great traders in there. Definitely go check it out. And that's going to be it for this recap, guys. Peace.